Figured you'd appreciate that.
All right, we're live.
We're live.
Week 3,
it's
baby.
Really happening. This is real.
Week 3, we shouldn't have started this week because Christian McCaffrey got injured. We should have started after this, but it's fine.
No McCaffrey.
Yeah.
No
McCaffrey had a farm.
Oh my God. Yeah.
E-I-E-I-O.
No Cook. No McCaffrey.
No Cook, no McCaffrey, no Saquon. It's almost like running backs don't matter.
I know, honestly, though. Like, this is the week that zero running backs strategy is actually like.
Yeah, I literally just took out Dalvin Cook and I put in J.D. McKissick. And I was like, I'm fucking fine with that. It's going to be great. I know it is.
Yikes.
That's wild.
All right. Good morning, everyone who is joining us here on the stream. It's early. Still, I don't know why my lighting doesn't feel like it's right. Give me 1 second.
It's very blue, but it's okay. I'm a little blue.
Right. It's just it doesn't feel like it's bright enough on my face. So
Technical difficulties this early in the morning.
No difficulties. Just adjustments being made.
By the way, Cardinals 15 in a row, baby. Let's go.
Wild.
What a Cardinal? What's that?
It's a football team too, but it's also a baseball team.
Yeah, that happens to be winning 15 games in a row.
Which
Good for them.
It really is wild.
It is wild.
Good morning. We got first question in from David Fresena on the YouTube. Says, good morning, gents. Do I start Micah or Logan Wilson as at LB? Micah Parsons is
Parsons,
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah, I would probably go Parsons. Let's see what the.
I just feel like that's
Logan.
I don't know what the matchups are.
I don't know. Micah Parsons against the Eagles.
He's playing defensive end though, so he's
but he's quick, and Hurts is going to be scrambling. I think he's just going to run into Hurts at some point.
Or Logan Wilson against old man Ben.
Logan Wilson's a beast.
He is a beast.
Going with Logan just until Micah gets yeah.
I'm an Eagles fan, and I'm saying play Micah Parsons. I'm saying take that with a grain of salt, of course. But
I think Logan Wilson.
Commit.
And then pick 2 of these 4. Ramsey, Matthew, Von Bell, or Amos.
I would play Von Bell and probably Matthew at this point. Matthew's just like, I don't know. He's just such a playmaker. It's hard not to just put him in your lineup.
as Billy would say, 100%.
Yeah. Those are the 2. Not yet. Tristan Ramsey.
One from Mark on YouTube. It's week 3, guys, gals. We'll start looking at the injury reports and stuff soon.
Or Rhodes.
I am loving the Cephas questions. That's the second Cephas question I've gotten today. As a homer on Cephas, I'm still not committed right now. I am starting him in one league over Sammy Watkins, which doesn't say a whole lot. But sadly, I have to say Corey Davis, on my opinion. Jets I
honestly think I'd go Cephas. I feel like Corey Davis against Denver secondary is going to be a tough one.
The targets are there for Cephas. I mean, he had 7 last week and 6 the week before, I think. But I just feel like Corey Davis is just going to get trash time.
I have some trouble with Corey Davis. He is not playing well so far this season. I don't really like how he plays in the NFL. He's not really helping out a lot.
Not a Corey Davis fan?
Not yet. I think they paid him a lot of money, and he is not helping out Zach Wilson.
I don't think it's his fault, though. I mean,
bro,
the Jets are just
first
trash.
2 interceptions against Patriots were his fault. He did not help out Zach Wilson and cause the interceptions.
All right, fuck it. Let's go Cephas.
All right.
Cephas against Baltimore.
Bonjour, mes amis. What's up, my guy?
What's up,
He's from New Orleans. We established this last week.
That's awesome.
I like that. What is that? Is that a for that avatar? It's a werewolf. Looks like. Cool. Billy, I'm trying to figure out how to make these comments smaller so I don't have to block out your face.
Like it. No,
I'll move me down to the bottom. I'm okay with that.
Well,
I was just gonna peek over it like the guy in was that Home Improvement? He was looking over the fence.
The neighbor is the name.
Yeah, I'll be Wilson.
Wilson, that's it.
So I think that maybe we should do this.
So how you guys feeling about Vaughn this week and Jamal over Matthew? I still feel bad about that. I can't do that to you. I think Jamal over Matthew. Yeah, I mean Jamal Adams hasn't hit yet, but I mean he almost had a sack like in the first quarter of week 1, and so we wouldn't be talking about him like he's like even questionable to for our lineups if that was.
If there was any week that it was going to happen, it would be against the Vikings. It seems to be.
Honestly, I'm kind of worried about Von Miller with Chubb out, not there. I mean, really, the good thing about having 2 good defensive ends is one gets open because of the other, and I feel like it's going to be a little less. I obviously still start him because he's the only guy making plays on that team, but you hope that someone else steps up and can kind of fill that Chubb role.
Yeah.
Fair. Who do they play this week? Denver gets they do get Zach Wilson, so I mean that is good.
If you're gonna get a get right game, that would be it.
That's true.
Nick Bolton or Jerome Baker this week. How do you feel about me starting Sweat over Young this week? Thanks.
Sweat should be over.
Is this Montez Sweat or Josh Sweat?
I'm assuming Montez, and if it is that's a good.
Nobody's
it's a good
asking
call.
about Josh Sweat. Josh, calm down.
They will next week.
You're so crazy. It's 100%. I'm at this point in my life where I have no problem, and not only have I a problem, I encourage you to start Montez Sweat over Chase Young. I have him higher in my rankings by like 5 spots this week. Just since he's come into the league, Montez Sweat has not only gotten better, but he's coming into this season. He's picked up right where he left off last year. And similar thing for Chase Young. And it's like Chase Young's good, but he's not getting the numbers that great defensive ends get.
He'll hit eventually, but
he will eventually, yeah, and he'll have big games, yeah. But for all the hype that he gets, he hasn't done anything to deserve it, really, outside of some PFF metrics, similar to Derwin James. The guy's played 18 games, 19, 20 games in his career. He's been in the league 5 years, and people literally cannot stop talking about him. And I'm like, he's played a handful of games compared to some of these guys.
That's because Derwin James had the 1 year he was healthy, lit it up, and didn't play for 2 years now. So I'm okay with
the thing, though. He has played, and he hasn't been great. I mean, he's been good, and we still talk about him like he's great. But on the field, the actual numbers are just they're pretty pedestrian.
So Sweat over Young for the time being, and then
Sweat over Young's good. And then
what about Nick Bolton, Jerome Baker?
Baker over Bolton.
Baker over Bolton for sure.
I am liking seeing a linebacker actually work on the Chiefs because Willie Gay was not it.
So it hasn't happened yet. The Chiefs defense is woof.
Nick Bolton,
no,
good.
I meant in fantasy.
Oh, for fantasy.
Yeah.
That
defense has been shit for even the year they won the Super Bowl. That wasn't a good defense. It's the same defense it's always been. It's been a playmaking defense.
Yeah.
They can make plays. Look, I mean, Tyrann Mathieu, first play of the game, pick 6. They can do shit like that, but they can't stop anybody from driving down the field and scoring on them. They can't do that. That's not what they're built to do.
It's true.
Sunny D2293 coming in on YouTube says Rondell Moore, Javonte Williams, or Chase Edmonds in flex, full PPR.
I love Chase Edmonds, but I just have a feeling this is a game they go up way too early, so I have to vote against him. And
Rondell or Javonte?
I'm playing Rondell. I'm trying to catch lightning in a bottle.
I think so too.
I'm excited about Rondell. I really want Javonte to. This would be his breakout game.
Think about this.
It hasn't been yet.
If Javonte Williams doesn't get a touchdown, he's probably in line for about
8 points,
7 or 8 points if it goes well.
Yeah.
If Rondell Moore catches 3 passes, he's probably going to get 7 or 8 points, and he could get a lot more.
And with Hopkins banged up with the rib injury, Rondell's
so
probably in line.
Rondell Moore has basically the same floor theoretically. And we don't have enough data points to say that confidently, but I mean, if we're going to be a little projecting here, we don't have enough data points to say Javonte Williams is anything special either. Now he does have the game script going for him, so maybe he runs down the clock at the end of the game. But I think they'll probably trust Melvin to do that because 1, they paid him a shit ton of money to do that, and 2, I mean, that's what Melvin Gordon's like. That's the kind of back that he is. He's more of a let's just get the next 5-6 yards and go on with our lives, So I'm going to play Rondell in this situation.
If it weren't for Justin Fields' day today, I would actually start Rondell Moore over Allen Robinson right now. So I think that says something. Debating it all week. So
last week talked about Yannick. What's the 4-1 on him? Seems to be a good matchup. Yeah, his hamstring is hurt. So I mean, we've always known with Yannick the tackle floor is nothing, literally 0. He hasn't got home yet this year. He looked good in that first game before his hamstring kind of started bothering him. So,
well, Dolphins suck, so this will be their O-line's terrible. So this will be the week.
Logan Ryan or Derwin at DB?
I like Derwin. I'm a fan. I know Logan Ryan has the chance as well, but
All right, you're off the show.
it's fine. I like Derwin. Everybody wants him to be healthy, and the Chiefs are going to be passing a lot, so he's going to get a lot of tackles, maybe even a pick. A couple pass defended.
But the Giants are playing the Falcons.
Same concept then.
I have Logan Ryan ranked 5 this week, and I've got Derwin at 8.
I think you can't. I don't think you can go wrong with either of these guys.
No.
You can't go wrong with either. I mean, like, this is a great problem to have. I mean, I obviously am trying to start both of these guys if they're on my team.
I'd be curious who the other DB is if it's a 2-start DB thing.
It's the somebody help.
Rougarou. I have to Rougarou.
It's a folk legend werewolf type animal.
Huh. Well, how about that?
New Orleans got some wild shit.
I was gonna say we learn this new stuff from this guy every week.
I love this dude already.
Or girl, guy or girl, don't know.
Don't like to assume.
What are your pronouns?
I mean, I literally don't know. So
Ogunjobi or Kinlaw at DT, Watt or Franklin Myers at DE. So I'm assuming you mean JJ Watt because TJ is out.
Out, yeah, has to be.
Man, JJ Watt has not done jack shit this year, but he's playing against Urban Meyer and the Jacksonville Jaguars. So I think this would be a good get right spot for him. So I would play Watt over Myers, and I would play Ogunjobi over Kinlaw because Kinlaw faced off against Aaron Rodgers, and I mean he doesn't get sacked a lot, and those Aaron Jones doesn't get tackled in the backfield a lot. Like there's just not a lot of upside for Kinlaw this week.
Franklin Myers does have some upside. He's got a sack a game so far, so I understand the concern. I haven't seen JJ do it. I would go with Franklin right now. He's been the one bright spot on the Jets as right now.
I like that. Yeah.
And they're gonna run the ball a lot.
I would go Ogunjobi,
so he's gonna get some tackles. Sure. But yeah, Ogunjobi for sure.
Ogunjobi.
Anthony Balster on YouTube says Justin Simmons or Adrian Amos for second DB.
That's not a question.
Simmons. I know he didn't give you nothing last week, but people, you gotta like chill when these guys like hurt you. Like that's part of the game. Like it happens every year.
I was about to say Josh Allen's been burning people all season so far where they drafted him, and you still start him every week.
Well, I actually
drafted him that way.
I benched him for Lamar.
Oh, okay.
Someone has
you have Lamar and Josh Allen, then sure.
Yeah.
But most people don't.
I picked up Minka this week. Now I have him, Buddha, and Jabril. Ooh, that's a setup right there.
Solid DB.
Buddha Baker. I would really like for Buddha and Jabril to have they're due get right games. There's a couple of guys that are due some get right games this week.
Falcon and Jaguars. Those are good teams to go against if you want that.
Yep. Flex guys, Barkley Swift or Marvin Jones full PPR.
Swift.
All day. Yeah.
Swift pretty easily, my man, in my opinion.
Barkley, you just haven't seen him get back yet, and Jones has been doing decent this year so far, but Swift, man, the targets are there, and it's trash time for him all day.
Agreed.
This is a big one. Corey Rideout on Twitter says, or on YouTube says, we can start 4 DBs, 4 linebackers, and 3 DLs. Currently have Rousseau and Peyton Turner in 2 of those DL spots, so 2 of his 3 DL spots. Would you be comfortable rolling out those 2, or would you swap out one or both for like Garrett or Sue? I mean, with Garrett and Sue, you're going to get more snaps. So
It's Jarrett.
Garrett, whatever.
Well, it's Grady Jarrett, so he was just
right. If it was Garrett, maybe I would throw him in there.
Garrett, whatever. You're gonna get more snaps out of those 2, but and there are people that will tell you that that's the answer. But Peyton Turner did have 3 tackles for loss on no snaps last week, and he's basically playing that Trey Hendrickson role, which we saw be super efficient. So I would rather roll with Rousseau and Peyton. I mean, I think you're on the right track with this setup.
I think so too.
The only comeback for that is that Jarrett is playing Danny Dimes, who hasn't been dog shit this year as far as like turning the ball over, but he could also be due a get right game. So he could put the ball on the ground a couple of times. and Jarrett would probably be involved in that if that happens. So,
all right, this one's directed at me. I was talking about last year. They drafted him. They thought he was going to be the dude, and he had like 5 tackles one time, maybe 2 times. So
what are you talking
that's what I'm talking about. Willie Gay.
Okay.
He's on the IR this year, but last year he was not it, is what I was trying to say.
Okay. Gotcha. Quera, I also have Roussel, and I'm curious about his start. He played the most defensive line snaps for the Bills last week, and he's a rookie. And they have some meaningful veterans on that team. Some, I mean, the Jets are full of like every NFL hipster is in love with half the Jets roster or all the Jets roster, or not Jets, Bills. Sorry about that. But Roussel kind of leading this defensive line pack with Ed Oliver, who's been there like 3 years now, and this guy was supposed to be the second coming.
He really was.
There's just, I mean, there's pieces all over this team that people have talked about, but Rousseau is making a name for himself quickly. So
we didn't even think Rousseau was going to start this year. We thought he was just going to learn and then get in there eventually.
Agreed. I was thinking he'd be good next year,
but he's in there now, and how can you bench him? I'm a dude.
I love this guy.
It trolls the swamp. What a monster, dude.
Misbehaving children. God damn. Okay.
He's got pet gators. He trains them.
Okay.
Spooky dude. I'm back with the question of the day, guys. Who's the biggest flop of the day and who's the biggest stud of today?
Oh, okay. Here. This is a bomber question right here because he's gonna come hunt this down in the rewatch.
Why are you taking shots, bro?
No, I'm just saying. When I get this completely wrong, I know who Bomber's going to light up my group chat with the.
I'll go first.
He's probably watching right now.
I think my biggest stud of the day today, and this isn't even really a homer take, is Cooper Kupp. With Henderson being out, I think they're going to be throwing the ball a lot, and I think Cooper Kupp's just going to have just a ridiculous game. Robert Woods might even.
When is a team going to take Kupp out of the offense?
We're looking at prime Julian Edelman right now. So I love about him. And with the Bucks, they're gonna have to throw the entire game. So that's my number one, which it's not even really a hot take at this point.
I think he's
all right,
better
Billy, I want yours.
My stud of the day. You know what? I'm just gonna say it. I think AJ Brown comes back. I think this is the week.
Well, that's obvious.
Well, is it?
I don't. Is it obvious?
Is it obvious
to say he's like?
He got like 25% target share. He had like 3 drops. He never drops anything. He should have had like 200 yards last week.
Well,
yeah, but
he didn't, and he hasn't.
All right, here's what Shane wants to know: IDP shit. So I'm gonna tell you, Shane. My big bust of the day or big hit of the day is gonna be DeForest Buckner. I think he is gonna have a monster game, and I think Harold Landry on the other side of the ball in that game is gonna be big today too. Both have great tackle floors. Both are playing quarterbacks that have been sacked quite a bit in their careers. And then as far as flops of the day, that's a little bit tougher. Let me look here at my line.
Anybody on the Browns, because they're not going to know how to play Justin Fields.
You're right. I've been cooling on Myles Garrett so much lately. Like I can't really talk about it because it's like such a big no-no. Like I already am like public enemy number one because I'm not like sucking Derwin James's dick every chance I get, and because I'm not obsessed with Aaron Donald, so I'm not gonna start publicly saying like I'm fading Myles Garrett, but I'm totally fading Myles Garrett.
That would be.
But anyway, that's only something you'll hear on this live stream because I'm not saying that like out in the timeline.
So that's my bad. I didn't realize you were talking about defense. One of my biggest flops is Rams linebackers. I'm sorry, man. I'm on offensive points. I know we're part of the IDP army. That's my bad.
You're offending me, so I guess
I apologize. You offended me as well.
Oh, here's a flop for you, Shane. I'll go Xavier McKinney. I think that Jabril Peppers is gonna. I think Logan and Jabril Peppers are still the best duo. I know coming out of Alabama, it's all hype. It's all he's the next Derwin James. Blah blah blah. We're balls deep in the NFL season right now. You want your veterans on the field that know what's going on, especially if you're going to play a team like Atlanta. Yeah, they're backed in a corner. That you don't want rookies or second-year players coming off injuries on the field when you're playing a team that's like this team. Like this could be it for the Falcons, essentially, in a way. So, I think that's going to be a big flop today.
Yeah.
All right, flex 2.5 PPR. KJ Osborne, Tim. Patrick, Tyler, Higbee, Darnell Mooney, Brandon Ayuk.
Mooney. Mooney needs to be in there for sure.
Mooney's a lock, and I'm going to go Osborne lock.
I was gonna say I actually got a
Probably
Osborne going
Osborne.
over Mooney right now. Just with that questionable tag, I was wondering how it's gonna play out.
I think Mooney's in for a big day today.
It's a great possibility.
IDP flex, Hicks, Simmons, or Abram. I'm going to go Simmons.
Simmons.
I'm assuming this is Isaiah Simmons.
Oh, yeah. I'd still probably
my
pick Simmons, even if it was Justin
Oh,
Simmons.
that could be Justin Simmons, to be fair. But I was thinking Isaiah Simmons, and
I was
never
thinking
not
Isaiah
starting
as
him
well.
at this point.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving right along. Mark Hernandez on YouTube. Strand, Anzalone, Kenny Young, Malcolm Smith, Littleton, Alshier. Need 4.
4. Okay.
So as
All right, I'm taking the last 2 for sure. Littleton
Yeah.
and Alshier.
I have those.
Anzalone's going to fill in with Jamie Collins.
I'm taking Anzalone because he's already been wearing the dot, so he's going to get your snaps. I'm probably going to shy away from Kenny Young because I don't trust the Rams linebacker situation. I don't even know who Malcolm Smith is. I'm going to be completely honest. So
I was going to have to Google that.
So I'm going to go Strand because they lost Josie Jewell, and he's going to get the snaps.
At least this week until Kaiser gets up to speed.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah, Kenny Young or any Rams linebacker right now, for one, the Buccaneers barely ever run the ball. I mean, they do, but they don't. And not to mention, it's been different linebackers so far the first 2 weeks. So,
yeah. The Rams are – I love – coming into the year, everybody was like, oh, Atlanta, sneaky best team in the league. Oh, Rams, going to be the best team in the league. I'm just like, this is just – we get so caught up. And it's like the Rams through the first 2 weeks, yeah, they look okay, but their defense looks not good. And Atlanta looks terrible. And it's like, oh, Kyle Pitts is going to, the offense will never change. It'll be better. And it's just like, what?
Malcolm Smith is a linebacker on Cleveland, by the way.
Okay.
I feel like I should have known that, but I did not know that.
Wow, that's kind of shocking.
He was the backup. He was the backup. He's not a starter.
Cobra Gaming on the YouTube says, pick 3, full PPR, Kenyon Jake, Chase Edmonds, or Sony Michel. Josh Jacobs not injured. You said pick
3? I'll pick all 3 of them.
Yeah, I'll take those 3.
I assume he's meaning
if you're picking 1, it's
Chase Edmonds.
Because Drake's in a bad matchup, and I don't trust Sony Michel.
I think Sony Michel's going to blow up today
against Tampa.
The Buccaneers? No.
Yes,
no,
I do. Straight up.
I'm not taking that take.
I wouldn't be shocked if he had 18 points. PPR.
What?
10.
Have you watched running backs against Tampa this year? It's not going well.
Nope.
Usually when
you haven't seen a single one?
My eyes.
I got you. You close your eyes.
All right, we're back to our werewolf friend. Speaking of DBs, I just lost JC Horn, who seemingly at least a few weeks. Yeah, he's probably not coming back in a few weeks, my guy. Many guys to look out for on the wire.
Depends on how deep your league is for defense.
Yeah, I would look at your wire. You can pretty much tell who should and shouldn't be there if you cruise it and you play IDP. Like, you'll see the names that you're like, oh, shit.
Go and make sure Bradbury's picked up. I feel like nobody ever picks up James Bradbury from the Giants, and he's always sneaky good.
Mujo Music on YouTube says, Robert Woods, Sterling Shepard, or Tyson Williams in the flex today.
Oh, Tyson Williams has had a big role so far, and they're playing the Lions, so he might get a lot of carries. But
see, like Robert Woods.
I want to say Woods.
It's going to be a shootout.
Honestly, that's a tough one.
I take Tyson Williams.
I don't feel like I'd feel bad with any of those people in my flex.
I don't feel bad about any of them, but I like Tyson. I usually err. I don't know. We don't know what format it is, but I generally go with the running backs just because they generally get more opportunities. You know what I mean? So like, he might get 12 carries and 3 targets. That's 15 opportunities. The odds of Sterling Shepard getting 15 targets or Robert Woods getting 15 targets, granted, their opportunities are going to be premium. They're going to be worth more. I don't know what they're actually going to amount to, so I generally just take the opportunities. Tyson Williams, like you said, has been playing pretty good. So
I'm not going to lie, I'm probably going Shepard, but
I like all 3 of them.
I'm outvoted here, probably. Tyson.
Jar Dog.
Nick Vigil.
Or we could call it Jard OG.
Jard OG for sure.
Jard OG 1165 on YouTube says Von Miller or Nick Vigil. I'm taking Nick Vigil. He's hot right now.
He is hot.
Unless you need like a super boom game and you really like are a Von Miller fan believer, then I would take Von Miller. But If you're looking just for the floor and with a little bit of playmaking upside based on the role we've seen him in, that's your man, Nick Vigil.
The downfall of Vigil this week is, playing the Chiefs, and their run game has been pretty non-existent. So those are the tackles. Those are the meaningful plays that he's been getting. But Vigil's hot right now. He's like Hansel. So hot.
Hansel, so hot right now.
Very true. Yoel Louise on YouTube says Anzalone or Cole Holcomb. All right, so this is me. I'm just playing Cole Holcomb, and that's based on nothing more than style.
Gotcha.
I love them both.
Anzalone. I'm going.
I think Holcomb has the job. Obviously, Anzalone is going to have the job very soon, but I just feel like at this moment,
who's grippy? Who looks better in your lineup? Like
it's Holcomb looks better in the lineup.
Exactly.
And the Bills running team.
So that means even if it's a losing lineup, he's gonna look better than Anzalone. If you lose an Anzalone's in your lineup, it looks real bad.
That's true. You're gonna be like, why the fuck was Cole Holcomb on the
hold on to Anzalone, use him in the future, but let's see what he does his first week, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's some deep insight right there. All right, Ben Hartley on YouTube says nothing super relevant, but Josh Uche has been very productive.
Yeah, has been shockingly good.
I saw he is injured or had a questionable tag going into the week. So I don't know. We'll get inactives in like 4 minutes on these first round of games. So we'll start checking in on those and kind of making pivot plays off of that. But yeah, good comment and definitely something we've been taking note of. I've got him on quite a few taxi squads. He was dirt cheap last year. And if he starts, if he turned into an off-ball linebacker that also rushed the passer, he could continue to see his ceiling move up. Jard OG 1165 says John Franklin or Cam Jordan. Here's the thing. This sucks because Cam Jordan has been so bad this year.
But Mac Jones hasn't really looked great either, so I could see him getting off the edge there.
Exactly. This is tough. I'm probably gonna go Franklin Meyer. No, I'm probably gonna go Cam Jordan. I'm just gonna bite the bullet one more week. If it was a bigger name than John Franklin, or a better,
is this same thing we had earlier where it looks better if Cam Jordan's in your lineup?
To a certain degree, this really is because John Franklin could just be pulled from the game for whatever reason, and no one would even make a story out of it. Things like that could happen for the Jets. Whereas Cam Jordan, we know Cam Jordan's role is 100% intact and secure, even if he doesn't produce a damn thing. You know what I mean?
I think Franklin's floor is actually lower here, or higher, and then Cam Jordan's ceiling is just through the roof. Like he could just have 3 sacks. It's Cam Jordan. Don't quote me on that.
I don't know. I like that. I think that was fair. I think the ceiling is lower for John Franklin, but the floor is higher. Okay. So I drop Elijah Mitchell for Alexander Madison. I don't know.
If I would,
Madison's
playing. My problem is Madison's playing this week. Cook's
Alexander Madison sucks. Okay,
he hasn't been.
Not get it twisted.
He had one good game in week 17 last year, and then one other decent game filling in for Cook. I just feel like Cook's the dude there. Mitchell right now is the dude in San Francisco. Obviously Trey Sermon gets a chance. He is right now. As of right now,
it's not going to matter once Wilson comes back for them anyway. Like Wilson's going to be the starter when he comes back.
Yeah, but Madison will be sitting on your bench just waiting for a Dalvin Cook injury. That might not happen.
But he's playing this week. If you need him
this week, absolutely, I get it.
You guys are something else. I would keep Mitchell.
Elijah Mitchell's looked good.
I'm not going to take the bait.
Hey, we love Sermon.
I'm not taking the bait.
Shanahan does not love Sermon.
Is Dalvin Cook playing today? We don't know.
We just answered that.
He's not. He's
not. He's out.
I have Harold Landry, and I'm really wanting him to boom. Yeah, man. Same. John White says heavy tackle league pick 2, X McKinney, Abram, and Fuller.
I like Fuller.
Abram and Fuller.
Oh yeah. Well, we answered that pretty
Clee linebacker. Okay, that has to do with Malcolm Smith.
He is.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. I'm Ron Burgundy.
We're behind.
Appreciate you, Ben.
Ben Burgundy. Smith took over for Walker.
We know who Malcolm Smith is. I'm sorry,
I think we got it.
We were behind.
Thanks, guys.
That's
I don't pay attention to the Cleveland.
All that really means is I'm really behind on the comments. I had a preseason hard for Tennessee's defense. Yeah, I know. I grabbed Jayon and Landry. Still waiting. Yeah, Jayon Brown's been a little so far. He's more like a linebacker 3 flex. I was hoping he could push into like a linebacker, borderline linebacker 1-2 2 role, but I don't know if that's going to be happening or not.
Him and Evans
Yeah.
take turns being good too, which is the sad
Derrick,
thing.
Derrick Monk on YouTube says, thoughts on Derrick Barnes? You guys, what are your thoughts?
I'll let Josh take this one.
He'll be okay. I don't know. I don't really have anything. I'm not like excited about him.
It's a marriage of opportunity. It's just opportunity
Yeah.
meets opportunity meets opportunity. I mean, Jamie Collins is out. Anzalone is Anzalone, whatever. I mean, it's opportunity. If he goes out there and makes plays, he could take over this job. And if he goes out and makes plays and takes over this job, he could be really good for IDP. But
I like the stash, but like I'm not excited about starting someone who hasn't played yet.
any word on Joey Bosa yet?
He's playing.
Should I really?
Yeah, it just came in.
Oh,
But you should still go Chandler Jones versus
He's
Jacksonville.
active. I would go.
Just
I
kidding.
would go-
Just kidding.
No,
if
I
he's
actually
active,
would.
you have to play him.
Yeah, you can't not play Joey Bosa.
That's
That's
just
like
the way the
sitting
world
Dalvin
works.
Cook.
I just feel like he's gonna get hurt in the game. He hadn't practiced all week.
Oh, he will. He will. But you have to play him anyway.
I
I
like
wouldn't be
TJ Watt
upset.
though. Last week, TJ Watt got hurt like in the 6 snaps, 8 snaps in. We still had
Still
like
a sack.
18 points.
Yeah, still fucking killed it.
Just
Yeah,
play
this
him.
is-
Just play him.
Okay.
That's where I'm at.
They're gonna need him tonight.
Billy,
so-
can you take over the questions here for a minute? While
Yeah, my bad.
I'm gonna scroll through the inactives.
Okay.
Um,
Looking ahead, do you guys think Derrick Barnes will have value going forward, seeing that Detroit is currently trying to trade Collins?
I really do. I think him and
Yeah.
Anzalone are going to have value. Like I said, I'm not excited about it yet. Like I want to see who it is. It's going to be tough for a linebacker. I mean, they're going to always have snaps there, and they're going to always be probably playing against a team that's running the ball against them. So they're probably going to get a lot of tackles. But I just want to see it first. I don't like starting defensive players that haven't had a start yet.
But you should definitely pick him up if you have a
Oh,
spot.
absolutely.
Okay. Next one. PPR, Naheem Hines, KJ Osborne, or Elijah Moore?
Ew.
More.
I want to say
I don't.
Osborne.
There's
honestly.
don't. It's more. It's not Hines. You can't trust Hines. I know at the end of the season he always has all these PPR points. Blah blah. As someone who's had him on my teams for several years, you just
You
can't
never
trust
know when to
him.
start
You
him.
don't know when those games are. You have no idea. They might target him 3 times. They might target him once. They might play him 70% of the snaps. You don't know. Nobody knows.
Yeah.
My thing is I like Osborne because of
I think I
the
like
Seattle
Osborne.
secondary, and Osborne has had a role.
Yep.
And who
It's
knows
one
if it
catch,
continues.
but that catch usually goes for a touchdown. So, like,
Shout out Kirk Cousins.
okay. Moving on. Top 3 cornerbacks on the waiver wire for this guy is Hargraves, Jalen Johnson, or William Jackson. This is going back to our question if we ask him
All right.
who's on the waiver wire to pick up.
I might go Jalen Johnson.
I'd probably go that direction too.
I have no opinion.
Fair enough. That's a good thing to have on this. Pick one: Javonte Williams versus the Jets, Trey Sermon versus Green Bay, Madison versus Seattle if Cook is out, which he is, or Michelle versus Tampa Bay. Not
That's
Michelle.
a good problem to have for you.
Not Michelle. Either Sermon or Madison. That's probably what we're
I really want Javonte to be that guy, but once again, I want to see it first. I've been
I'll
debating
play
on playing him.
Sermon
I
Yeah.
think Sermon this
or
week. Green Bay
Javonte
is-
Williams. It's one of the rookies. Whoever
Don't-
you believe in more.
Don't not put Madison in because of them too. Madison could be serviceable.
Yeah, I don't. You all hate Madison way more than I do.
I'm saying I think Madison or Sermon's the choice here. I mean,
I think Sermon.
you pick one. Sermon's the only healthy running back on that team
But
right now. Is the best part.
Shanahan has shenanigans, so we'll never know. what
Who
he's
have
thinking.
they brought up to play? Is it Cannon? I mean, is Cannon going to
No.
really eat into it?
They just elevated somebody. Carry on Johnson.
Did they get carry on? Fuck yeah!
They
My man.
elevated him from the practice squad yesterday.
I love him. No, start
Okay.
Sermon.
Moving on. Stand up army. Is John Johnson worth keeping in my lineup? The rankings on him are all over the place.
Yeah, I'd leave him.
I
in.
thought he
mean,
was going to be
who-
better than he is right now.
Who are you going to
but
put in his spot? That's the first question you got to ask.
That is definitely the question.
The matchups.
I've
there.
got him down at 21 this week.
You're going to have to keep him in there because he's
Depends
going
on what
against
you
a
got
run.
behind it.
Yeah. Okay. Is it time to give up on Jabril Peppers? No.
No
I feel like that's pointed at Billy.
madness.
It's not. It's probably pointed at Jordan because Jordan.
It is pointed at me, and I don't give a shit. No,
Real
it's
prepper
not.
stan. Okay, not IDP, but Saquon or AJ Brown in the
AJ
flex
Brown.
for PPR. AJ
AJ
Brown.
AJ Brown. Come on, man.
Saquon hasn't done it yet. He'll probably do it eventually, but I just don't. I
Whenever
don't see it.
Saquon's healthy, he's going to go off.
He probably
but not
could
yet.
do good against the Falcons if he gets more than 13 carries, but with those 13 carries, it's hard to really do anything with.
Agreed. Moving on. Is Nick Vigil still startable when Barr plays again?
I don't know. We're
that's
gonna see.
Probably not.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't start in that first week after Barr comes back.
There's a reason they got
unless
rid of
they like explicitly say like he's earned the right to remain a starter or some shit like that.
There's a reason they got rid of Derrick Wilson after filling in. Yeah, no, I know. I would see what happens week 1 with Barr back.
All right, Hans, we hope so. We hope Nick Vigil is still startable when Barr comes back. All right, John White on YouTube. Heavy tackle, need a defensive end. Chandler Jones, Trey Hendrickson, or Gregory Rousseau?
Rousseau.
I like Chandler Jones, man.
I like Chandler Jones too.
I thought that was Chris Jones.
No.
Technically we don't know.
Oh, yeah, we don't technically know. If it's Chandler Jones, yes. Chris Jones, no.
Agreed.
Hendrickson, he hasn't done it yet for me.
Yeah. Well, the Bengals are the Bengals.
Exactly.
All right, Travis Knott on YouTube. Should I start Cortland Sutton over DeAndre Hopkins? Whew, man, that's a ballsy play if you do it.
My problem is Hopkins is going in with a rib injury, been limited all week, and they're playing the Jaguars. So if they go up real quick, what's the point in keeping Hopkins in there? So I get where
the problem is those first 2 touchdowns that go to Hopkins. You're going to be like, damn it.
Oh yeah. I'm not telling you. I'm not answering this one. I'm just saying that's the thought there. And then obviously Sutton had. I would go
Hopkins. You have to stick with Hopkins. I understand. I understand what
play last week, so I don't know. Here's my
159 yards.
Yeah, again, they're playing the Jets though. Like, are they going to need to throw to Cortland Sutton?
Also, can you sit someone else? You got to have another wide receiver to sit, right?
Jets defense sneaky good. Okay,
I want to start both of them.
Moving on. Jardog back from YouTube. Peyton Turner or Cam Jordan?
It's Jardo G. We talked about this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Jardo G. 1165.
Cam.
Yeah.
Kind of answer. It was basically very similar.
I like Peyton Turner.
Just follow the snaps wherever they lead.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be Cam Jordan.
It was Chris Jones, by the way, so definitely Rousseau.
Tough. Yeah. Yes, definitely Rousseau then. Sonny D, pick 2 for full PPR. Robert Woods, Mike Williams, Rondell Moore, Darnell Mooney, or Corey Davis. Oh, man. Mike Williams for sure. I think the Chiefs, I think that's going to have to be obvious.
100% Mike Williams.
Now, between Mooney and Rondale for that second
100%
spot.
Mike Williams. Ew. God, I hate that you're saying that. You're not wrong.
That's where we are, man.
Why do you hate that? He's good.
He's good this year in 2 weeks.
He was good. He's always been good.
He's not always been good.
No, he hasn't.
Offensive coordinators made him better.
I like Woods and Rondell Moore personally, but I understand why you want Mike Williams in there. He's been good.
Has to be Mike Williams.
2 games, and it's the Chiefs.
So they said that they were going to use him like Michael Thomas, and I'm not going to lie, they have. Like, it's very.
I think that's what has changed because they used to just only throw 40-yard passes to him for whatever reason.
Now he's like actually moving in the middle of the field. You got to stick with Mike Williams and
Rondell Moore. Woods, flip a coin.
Yeah, I love that wide receiver core though.
Yeah, good for you, man.
Yeah, Mike Williams, Moore, Woods. I'd feel good with Mooney too, but whatever. All right. Clarifying, John White said it was Chris Jones. Yes, it's Rousseau is the way to go then. Anthony from YouTube. I think it's Devondre Campbell or Kenneth Murray for the LB3 spot on his team.
Man, here's the thing. I'm worried about Murray because he got hurt last week. I know he came back into the game, but it's like ankle injuries. Ankles roll. When they roll, they can re-roll quick. Campbell looked good last week. I'm as a safe 3. I'm playing Campbell. I mean, I want to play Murray, but Campbell's been a lot better than people give him credit for. Even just last week, you know, I feel like I have to fight for him when I shouldn't. I mean, you have Campbell on your team. You know what he did last week. You know what he can do. I'm playing Campbell there.
I think Campbell. The thing is, Kenneth Murray is never like the sack guy. Like he gets tackles, but you're not going to get a sack from
That's
Murray.
What we thought he would do because at OU, I mean, they did blitz him a lot and he got home, and he's fast, but it's just like he's just been banged up the whole time.
He's a good tackler. That's like at OU, he was mainly just like, I'm going to tackle your running back in the backfield, but I'm not really going to sack your quarterback. But yeah, Campbell. Way to go. All right. Ben Hartley. PPR flex, Sony versus Tampa Bay, Chark versus Denver, Rager versus Dallas, or Mark Andrews versus Detroit. Already have Hollywood Brown in the lineup. Okay. Man, I do not
tough.
trust Rager. I do not trust Rager.
I don't trust Rager, but if you don't play him, he's going to.
I am not starting. If you
I wouldn't start Rager though.
Jordan says to start Sony versus Tampa Bay. Do not do that.
Okay, what are you gonna do, Billy?
You're gonna end up looking silly with Sony Michel in your lineup versus Tampa Bay.
All of these are tough. That's why they're coming to us.
Literally,
Sony
Devin White is gonna be picking his teeth with Sony Michel the entire game.
Sony and Chark.
I like Chark. I like Chark.
Chark has been meh. Although Mark Andrews will probably catch a touchdown this week, so
he probably will. Right, immediately too.
Yeah, slice that, cut that. I'm still playing Sony. I don't give a fuck.
Chenault hasn't looked good, and wasn't he banged up? He was. I didn't even know he was going to play this week, and they said
so I think
he's fully healthy. But
Trevor Lawrence has liked Chark a lot. I think Chark slipped down boards, and my logic is Chark here. But don't shoot me over this because this is a tough choice.
This is a tough choice. Not Rager.
I wouldn't be upset if you put Rager in just to get that Monday night game, but I wouldn't do it if I were you. And I'm literally, you can see. Oh, sorry, wrong way.
All right, John from YouTube. PPR, do I trust Zeke or do I plug in Mattinson, Fournette, or Michelle? Yeah,
Billy?
Zeke. Yeah,
Billy?
Zeke.
You always play Zeke, unfortunately.
Okay. Yeah, out of those, you trust Zeke.
If
it was the back half of this question, I would go Mattinson, by the way.
It's Zeke.
Yeah. But yeah, you can't not play Zeke, unfortunately.
Oh, golly.
Even though my boy is coming for him. Pollard. All right. Ferguson from YouTube. If you don't have oh my God. Okay. Good ad, my guy.
Ferguson getting a plug. What up?
Nice. We'll leave it on the screen. If you don't have $293, God damn.
Why is it 293? Why wouldn't you just say 300?
Who's paying that much money?
Very specific amount.
There's better sites, by the way. I don't know what Screen Variety is, but
no, don't. He's getting his plug. Let him have it.
Okay, he had it. Okay. Our New Orleans guys back. In general, is there any offense that you guys target for your IDP? Is there any offense that you target for your IDP?
Like specific offense?
That they're going against?
I assume that's what he's saying.
The
Bengals for sure.
Jets, Jaguars,
Falcons, Jaguars,
bottom
Jets.
10 teams.
Yeah, team with shitty quarterbacks. Detroit Lions.
Anything with Daniel Jones attached to it.
So like Miami, actually, right now, I would play everyone against Miami if I had them.
Anything with Daniel Jones attached to it, I don't want any part of it.
I assume we're talking. Okay, we're good. We're talking about.
All right, Frank Clark is inactive. I just saw that.
Good. That answered his question then.
Yeah, it did. Travis Knott from YouTube. My starting wide receiver is Tyler Lockett. Also, my other starting wide receiver is Tyler Lockett. Yeah, you can't take him out. Also, should I start Marcus May over Derwin James?
No, don't do that.
No, right, I like Marcus May though.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm about Marcus May this year.
Me too, but
I actually replaced Derwin James with Marcus May. I traded Derwin James, but to you, I believe, Billy.
Josh Uche is inactive today.
Oh,
damn!
Don't love that.
Don't play him. Go back. Hopefully, he didn't get off the street.
Don't play him.
But no, honestly, I get it. But you should probably go with the star Derwin here. But I do like Marcus May in the future.
Yep, agreed. Full PPR. Brian Williams from YouTube. Hopkins or Sutton?
Wow, we answered this already.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's.
Why
Hopkins.
do people have this choice? I love it. Though.
I know it's a great option to have. I love that. But yes, it's Hopkins for now.
It's Hopkins for now. I get it if you want to put Sutton in, but I wouldn't recommend.
Yeah. It's another one of those who's your other wide receiver situation.
Yeah, we just found out this guy had Lockett.
So the other person was Lockett. So hopefully if you don't have a better option than Lockett, then maybe.
I assume since you're not saying it, you have a better option. So
yeah, that's probably true. All right, John from YouTube got 2 flex spots. What combination should I go with out of Marvin Jones, Trey Sermon, or KJ Osborne? Okay, 2 out of
Trey
those.
Sermon and Osborne for me. Marvin going against the Broncos D. I know Marvin's been good.
I would go Sermon and Jones. KJ, the chance that he might not catch that one for a touchdown, I want to risk
Sermon and
it.
Jones as well.
All right. Wow, we're all caught up now. Richard Malone from YouTube. I need
What up, Malone?
a sneaky defensive back this week, bro. Help a brother out. It's all you, Jordan.
Sneaky one, eh?
Sneaky.
Sneaky. Let's see what we got here.
Yes, we knew, Richard. I knew what you meant.
Sneaking around, eh? I mean, is Anthony Harris still sneaky?
I mean,
Pretty
probably.
sneaky.
I picked him up out of free
I
agency.
got him
the other
ranked
day.
33 this week, and I mean, that's probably too low. So that's a little sneaky one for you.
I've been getting 7 or so tackles a game.
Xavier Woods, there's a sneaky one playing the Seattle Seahawks. Safety, he could get some cleanup tackles down the field.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, another plug for Screen Variety TV. You
All
guys
right.
owe us some money for
What
Get that
is
fucking
this?
shit out of here.
What is the Screen Variety TV? I feel like I need. This isn't even the same person. It's a different person.
I don't know, but if we're not making money off of them, get them out of here.
Apparently, YouTube's on there.
Go on, get.
Oh wow, are we caught up on questions?
Yeah, that's it.
Wow, you're
All right,
faster
cool.
than me.
Well, you don't
All
have
right,
any other questions.
shutting her
then.
down. See you later,
You like to meander through the answers. I just am like,
bro. I like
Bam.
to, the
Bam,
people are here to
bam,
hear the
bam.
talk.
like
All right,
Emerald Lagasse over here.
I gotta start sit. Can I ask a question in here?
No,
Sure,
absolutely
you need
not.
to type it on the YouTube, but yes.
Yeah, get on YouTube, give us
Just
interactions,
kidding.
or get out.
You could-
I'm just kidding. You can literally just ask like a normal person.
No, I want it on the screen.
Get the rest of y'all. Y'all got more start sit questions? Got any more stuff you want to
Oh,
ask
it
us
doesn't show up
about?
as me.
Oh wow.
Wow, the IDP Army is asking a question.
I thought it
What
would
do
show
we
up
wanna
as
know?
me. I'm sorry. I didn't think about it.
That's okay. What we got here? Half PBR, Osborne, Parker, or Cephas? Is that just start one? I mean, you didn't
Let's
even tell
start
us
one.
anything.
So I was talking and typing, man.
You weren't talking.
I'm going Cephas.
I'm going.
You're
Well, yeah, I don't know. I guess Cephas. He has looked really good, and Jared Goff. I mean, that's basically his number one target,
Oh,
right?
yeah, I was about to say Tyrell's out on IR. You got to roll with Cephas.
All right, questions are starting to roll in now. Appreciate it,
Oh,
fellas.
geez.
Brian Williams from the YouTube says, play Madison or Gibson since Cook is trending out. I'm still playing Gibson.
Gibson.
Forever and always.
Madison's all talk. Like, go look at what his actual box scores have been his whole career. He's had like 1 or 2 good games.
Week 17 last year was his one good one, and I'm pretty sure it was trash time, most of it.
Yeah, it's not what you want. It's not a 1-for-1. It's not even a 1 for 75 or 0.75.
Not to mention, against the Seahawks, they're going to be passing a lot. And I mean, obviously he'll have a role and he could get that touchdown. He could break one, obviously, but against the Seahawks, man, it's going to be.
It's going to be a Justin Jefferson get right game, and it's going to be an Adam Thielen big game too. It's going to be throwing. We got one from YouTube. Fanel Fablas says, "Yo, fellas, pick 3 between Joe Show, Eric Kendricks, Roquan, and Eric Wilson."
Roquan for sure.
Pick 3.
Joe Show probably. Well,
And then Kendricks. I'm sitting Wilson still.
yeah, I think so. I think
He
that's
just
the way
doesn't
to go.
have. He's just not a big name. Sorry. When it comes to push comes to shove, you're in there with some big dogs.
Yeah.
All right, Anthony Balster on YouTube says, so I completely faded D spot this year. I have Clowney, Hendrickson, Yannick, John Myers, and Sweat. Who should I play here? How many do you need to start, my guy? I'm guessing 2.
Honestly, I like that for fading defensive end. You ended up with some pretty good.
Yeah, you got
upside.
kind of shitty luck with Yannick being hurt. I would definitely start Hendrickson.
Yep.
Maybe I would
Franklin
probably
Myers.
start Sweat. He just got a big contract. He's been playing really well.
He didn't get the snaps last week, but that was because they were panicking about Brandon Graham. I think they're going to use him.
Exactly. So that's what I would do. Rojo, Tim Patrick, or Osborne half PPR. Osborne. I'm going for the game with probably the higher.
Definitely not
over-under.
Rojo. Honestly, he could go off, and I don't even care. Like you can come back and be like, dude, Rojo had 30 points, but like you never know when that's going to happen. So I gotta go Osborne.
Tim Patrick is safe.
Patrick is the safe option.
I wondered how long it would take you to come to Tim Patrick's, at least not defense, but
Okay, Tim Patrick, Kendrick
It's
Osborne,
safe.
Greg
Like,
Ward, they're all the same guy.
You're not
just
having a huge game from Tim Patrick, but you're
gonna catch some touchdowns,
You're probably gonna get 50 yards and a touch. It's okay.
if he doesn't
Ben
get a
says-
touchdown, you're not happy.
That's
Ben
exactly
says with
true.
Cookout, I have to pick between Gaskin versus Las Vegas or
Ugh.
Sony versus Tampa. Yay me.
I'm so sorry, bud.
I'll go Gaskin.
Gaskin.
They're probably going to try to focus on the run this game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because they don't trust Brissett.
I hate that for you. Anthony, I hope that's you responding to me because I probably am going to play Osborne. If that's not the other guy, he also should play Osborne. So it works out.
Okay, well, Teron Johnson should be an auto start every single week.
He should be.
Yeah, I dropped him in defense. I was like, why is this dude so good? He's a cornerback. Yeah, I am an idiot.
So dumb.
It's fair. It's fair.
You're so stupid.
It was the off season. It wasn't like yesterday or anything.
Yeah, it was last week. All right, flex Kenneth Murray or Jordan Fuller. Play Fuller. I'm still just going to take the safety here. I
weary of Kenneth.
Yeah, I'm a little weary of Kenneth Murray. Oh shit! I forgot I started this too.
Yeah, that was the question earlier.
Corey right out.
We answered it as starting
Yeah,
too.
Hendricks Sweat for sure.
Pick 2, DB Jalen Smith, Jimmy Ward, Jay Tart, Jerron Curse, or Kendall Fuller. I'm very interested in Curse.
Yeah, me too.
Because Donovan Wilson, I think he's out, right? Or he was doubtful. I'm pretty sure I already pulled him from my ranking. So he had some good plays last week. So I would play Curse, and I would probably play Ramsey. I think. Yeah, I'll play Curse and Ramsey.
Tom's probably not going to throw his way, but you never know.
I assume this is a super flex.
I don't know, man. Tom Brady, I don't know if you remember the Super Bowl. Tyrann Mathieu was like talking shit, and Tom Brady was like pointing at him like, I'm gonna throw at you, motherfucker.
That's a good point.
He just fucking diced Honey Badger up in that game, and he was like, 2 or 3 times he was like, I'm coming for you, and he did. It was sad. I'm sad.
Well, I mean, if Tom wants to prove it, then sure.
Exactly. That's the thing. If he wants to go out there and fucking stunt, he'll go out and stunt. All right. Travis Knott says, I have Lamar Jackson, Kirk Cousins, and Justin Fields. Do I start Fields for Cousins or wait and see what Fields can do?
Fields.
I start Cousins.
I
start Cousins and Jackson.
Still start Cousins.
I
like Fields.
It's hard to pull Cousins out of your lineup right now. He's playing so good.
He's so consistent.
Their team sucks, so they got to throw the ball.
And they're playing the Seahawks, so they're going to put up points. So
and no Dalvin Cook.
Yeah, so fire him up. I say wait for Fields.
Trade Jeremy Chin plus Tyler Boyd for Tremaine Edmonds and Jerry Jeudy. Who wins?
Well, right now it would be the Boyd Chin.
No, I like the Edmonds Jeudy, especially if this is dynasty. But even if it isn't, I like Jeudy. He's coming back in a few weeks.
Season long.
Well,
Chin Boyd is interesting because I have a feeling Tyler Boyd's going to end up somewhere next year. That's going to be good for him.
Yeah, okay. he'll be gone this year, but Boyd just isn't. I mean, if you're looking for fill-in right now, you're winning that Boyd. But if you got depth, and Judy's going to come back with a vengeance and be better than
Who
Boyd,
wins?
So.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think it's winning trades doesn't mean anything. It's about winning your league. So if that trade helps you win your league or finish higher, like if you, depending on how your team is, I mean, that's kind of how I would view it. I think everybody who accepts a trade thinks that they're winning a trade per se for a net positive on their team. John from YouTube, PPR, stick with Hopkins or plug in Jamar Chase. Also, one flex these 3 options. One flex of these 3 options. The answer is CeeDee Lamb on that
one. The answer is CeeDee Lamb before even reading the question.
Okay, so CeeDee Lamb's your flex. I don't even care about who your other guys are. And I'll play Hopkins.
Yep. I like Chase, but
I like Chase too, but I don't.
I can't. How are you benching Hopkins if he's playing the game?
I don't. The rib injury. Everyone that cute is worried people all week.
Yeah, I was responding to you. I think Osborne's going to step up with barely any targets going to tight ends in Vikings.
R.I.P. Irv Smith.
Yeah.
Lou 32 Lofton. What's up, guys? Hey, what's up, Lou? He says, do you think Chris Jones plays today? Yes, I think he does.
I thought didn't they just say he was out?
That was Frank Clark.
Oh, never mind. Sorry, my bad. Pick a Chiefs defensive
What do you
lineman.
think of the James Pierre kid in Pittsburgh? He's the cornerback, right?
Yes.
I double check that. I think he is. From when I've been, I can't remember. I think he's one of their new corners, their younger corners.
I personally hate starting cornerbacks unless
Chris
they're,
Jones is active.
Humphrey or Teron Johnson.
I don't know. I haven't really been able to knuckle down and watch the Steelers except for last week because the first week they were an out of market game on my Sunday ticket, so I didn't get to watch that game unfortunately. So I only watched last week's game, and I don't remember a lot about last week's game. I just remember a lot of Najee usage and not a lot of production. And I remember being pretty much stressed out the whole time because TJ Watt was out. So I didn't catch a lot or pay much attention to James Pierre, if I'm being real. So I don't have a strong opinion yet. I'll try to keep an eye on him today, though, Malone.
Yeah, I have no idea who he is.
What do you guys think about Jerron Curtis? He's another, we just talked about, you just brought him up, I think somebody did, but he's definitely on the radar. KZ's been playing really good, and he's been playing half decent too. Donovan Wilson's hurt right now. So you can plug and play Jerron Curse as an arbitrage DB2, DB3. With Cook out, Madison or Javonte, I don't want to play Alexander Madison. That's almost, unless I have to. I would probably still rather play Javonte. I'm just being real.
Yeah. I want to see it from Javonte, but honestly, this is a dice throw right here. Just pick one.
Pick one. Okreki, Dupree, John Franklin Myers, or Strand. I'm playing Okreki.
Yep.
100%.
6 tackles both games. Getting targeted.
Yeah.
Is Delba a plug and play guy? I don't know. He had a sack last week. I know they were using him in some creative ways. Billy, did you catch that whole Browns game?
Most of it, and yeah, but I think this week would be better for.
Yeah,
him.
I think we're easing him in because I know he didn't play all the snaps. But he could. I imagine it'll uptick this week. We'll just have to see though. I don't think he's plug and play yet.
Not yet.
You're always starting Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, that's the answer.
Sorry.
The question is PPR.
Love Derek Carr though.
I do like Derek Carr too, and I mean he could score more points, but you can't sit Aaron Rodgers because if he puts up 50 on your bench, you're going to be mad.
Yeah, you're going to feel stupid.
Chandler Jones, Isaiah Simmons, also Rondell Moore versus Pittman. Easy, Simmons and Moore. Michael Pittman is not a real thing. Okay, he's not a real thing. He'll never.
I'm also worried about when's his ankles.
Never be a wide receiver one. Stop.
Rondell Moore, but keep Pittman.
I'm not saying get rid of Pittman. I'm just saying he doesn't even deserve. Don't play him. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, last week he had a good game.
Yeah, he had a good game. It's so annoying when a guy has a good game, and people are like, "It's happening." It's happening. He's doing it.
Getting in on the ground floor of players.
He's doing it.
I got in on the ground floor of Cephas, and he's doing it. So
okay, but Cephas has only played 2 games, so yes, like that you are on the ground floor. Pittman
I'm not even starting him.
To lay some ground floor last year, and he didn't.
Rondale for now. Pittman maybe in the future.
All right, gentlemen, I got to run though because I have a place to be at noon for some reason.
No, you don't.
That's fine.
It's
I got to leave here in a little bit, so.
Oh,
you coming, Bill?
I'm coming.
Wait, what are you guys doing?
We got to be Dubs. I got to be Dubs every Sunday because I can't watch all the games. Me. Come on up, buddy.
Yeah, come on up.
Well, it's a little late. You should have invited me sooner.
You should have done a live stream from your car.
I could have.
Yeah, we do it every week at Undisclosed Buffalo Wild Wings. We got a bartender. She's really nice.
Undisclosed.
Can
you charge phones there?
She's been really nice.
She's been our bartender for like 4 years. It's phenomenal.
You said yes, you can charge phones there?
You sure can, Bill.
Okay. My phone did not charge last night, as I'm finding out right now.
I do want to get this John Palacio question. I'm going to put it up. Palacio. Najee Harris. Everybody needs to stop worrying about their stars. Najee Harris is going to get his. I know it's been slow, and I know if you drafted Harris, you drafted him as your wide receiver 2, maybe even wide receiver 1. But this dude is going to get the carries. This dude is going to be good. They're playing the Bengals. He will.
What kind of Pittsburgh Steelers fan are you?
Yeah, he's got a JJ Watt jersey or TJ Watt jersey behind him, and he's like, "Fuck the Steelers."
He's a Chiefs Steelers fan, but he
A Chiefs
hates.
Steelers Bills fan. Boy,
Oh, God, and Bills.
don't forget it.
God damn.
Gross. But anyway, gentlemen, I'll see Billy later, and Jordan, I'll see you next week, man.
All right, bye-bye.
See you guys.
All right, folks, that was our man Josh Hall. Check out the he's not really on our YouTube channel. We do have a couple on our YouTube channel, I guess, of your offensive point show.
Yeah.
But they have a podcast that is really good. It's basically like around the NFL stylistically ish, I would say, comparatively, but it's just like them. It's not
We're honing it in.
Yeah, they got a good vibe. They got some sports betting stuff in there. They got some good segments, a lot better than the segments I put out. So unfortunately, they're also tearing it down on TikTok. So go check them out over there. We're gonna try to get them more involved though on the channel, as you can obviously see here. They are with us today. So we'll continue trudging along, answering your start-sit questions as best we can. Get you guys set up for the week 3. Try and go out there and get a win. That's what we're trying to do. So we got Ben Hartley again here asking Mike Will versus KC or Marvin Jones versus Arizona, both high-scoring games. I'm going Mike Will.
Yep, Mike Will.
I like the only reason I'm taking him over Marvin Jones. One, I love Marvin Jones. I've been a huge fan of him even since he was with the Cincinnati Bengals back in the day. That was like the first year I played fantasy. I remember he had one game. He was on my team and he had like a 3-touchdown game, and I was like, wow, this guy's so cool. And like he's never really popped or gotten the love, but he's always been a guy that you can put in your lineup with a level of confidence for like 5-6 years now that a lot of guys that you thought you could do that with, you just couldn't. So I understand wanting to play him, especially with the early chemistry he's had with Trevor Lawrence. But I just don't, again, it just comes down to Urban Meyer and the Trevor Lawrence thing. It's just like most uncatchable passes in the league. He's just not looking great. So I'm going to take Mike Will with Justin Herbert, who is the next demigod of football.
Mike Will.
And I'm going to take him playing the current god of football. Okay. So
Mike
that was
Will.
a long-winded way of saying Mike
So
Will.
you wonder why you don't get through these questions fast enough?
Yeah, well, people want to hear why, though. You don't just want to, we're not so busy, we're not on like DraftKings or something where we have like 1,000 questions a minute.
That's true.
We can articulate our thought processes a little bit for the people.
Mike Will.
Corporate giants have infiltrated us. Big football media is here. All right, Lou 32 Lofton, Komet or Juanu Smith. This is tough because you kind of have the unknown with the Bears today. I'm not really a Komet guy. I like Juanu Smith. I like but his usage gets a little bit eaten into with Hunter Henry. So
yeah, Komet's not there yet.
Komet's not there yet either, though. I'm gonna go.
Fields might like him though. That's the thing.
Yeah, it's tough. It's risky. But at your tight end spot, it really is just like, I don't know. They're both probably gonna catch 4 or 5 targets.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? For 60 yards.
Agreed.
So I'll take Juanu.
Yeah.
I'll take Juanu. All right, Ben Hartley. If you got to pick Pittman or Moore, I'd roll Pittman today since Nook is playing. Fair. Cephas or Sanders in the flex spot? Josh would probably say Cephas.
I know he would go Sanders, which is what I would do too.
Yeah, Sanders has been getting the air yards and all that good stuff. So, if that's who your flex options are, I would go with Sanders. Oh, not putting that up there. Do I win this trade? Trading away Corey Davis and Devonta for Robert Woods. Okay, is that Devonta Smith or is that Devonta Freeman?
There's no way.
Or Devonta Booker.
There's no way that it's Booker or Freeman.
Charlie Zigmund, my guy. This profile picture, I have questions. What are you doing?
I think you're losing that trade. Devontae is the number one option for Hurts, and Corey Davis is going to eventually be fine.
Yeah. Why did you do this? I guess you did lose. I'm just going to side with Billy here. I don't really have a strong preference. All 3 of these players are guys that are on 0 of my teams. I have 0 Corey Davis. I have 0 Devonta Smith. I have 0 Robert Woods. So for me, they're just like not guys that I think about or even consider. They're not guys I target. They're nothing to me. So I don't have a strong opinion, but I wonder why you did that and why Billy thinks you lost. Articulate.
Oh, Robert Woods does Matt Stafford spreads the ball around a lot, and he seems to favor Kupp right now. They're going to have Stafford. I mean, if it's a dynasty league, I still think you're losing the trade because Devontae Smith's going to be better in the long run.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's season long, Corey Davis and Devontae Smith, one of those guys is going to be just as good as Robert Woods.
Here we go, my guy. Didn't trade yet, just got offered. Woo! Dodged a bullet. Don't do it.
I would not do it personally. If you really feel like if you're a big Robert Woods fan, then sure. But like,
big Robert Woods guy, eh?
Yeah.
Big pressure guy, eh? Prediction: Wentz gets more injured. Is that not even? That's not a prediction. Those are just facts.
Well, or he does decent and finishes the game and does.
Oh, prediction: he gets injured again. My prediction is he gets injured 100% again. He won't make it through the first quarter.
Hope not. Jacob Eason sucks. So
start three. Start three. What, Malone? Why'd you change your profile picture for, dude? I got used to seeing the old you. Now I got, who is this? It looks like Steph Curry on a bad day.
Damn.
Battle bounce. Nice stream today, guys. Hey, appreciate it. Appreciate everybody for being here. Like, some thumbs up, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your league mates. We're growing. We got some big shit popping off soon. I really think next year is going to be big for us as a group, as a brand, as a company. And everybody who's here now, I mean, it's because of you guys, your support, sticking with us. This is year 3, Sunday mornings, getting grimy, hand-to-hand combat. This is what we do. Sonny Michelle or Julio? I'd take Julio. Dunlap has been struggling. Would you give him another try this week? If I had better options, I wouldn't. But I don't know what your options are. He's probably going to play 30, 40 snaps. His floor is 0, but his ceiling is probably like 25, 26.
Yeah.
You're just as likely to get 18 as you are 4.
You got to try him still.
Yeah, unless you have a much better option sitting around. All right, start 3. Josh Sweat, Akeem Hicks, Chase Young, Donta Fowler, or Odafe Owe.
Owe has been playing well. I like him.
Yeah, Owe and Young.
Young, yes.
I'm steering away from Fowler, even in this plus matchup. I'm steering away from Hicks. I'm probably going to go Josh Sweat.
Yeah, Sweat.
He's been breaking out. Yeah, all 3 of these guys should be ascending talents. Madison or Rondell, full PPR?
Rondell. I like Madison. The chance that he has a bad game.
I want to rock that hoodie you had last week. I got one. I got a bunch of hoodies laying around. DM me on Twitter or join the Patreon. And I haven't set up a merch store yet, but I got some IDP Army hoodies. I got some IDP Army shirts. So y'all can get at me about those. I'll sell them to you for, I don't even know what they cost me. I need to double check, and I have prices for them. I got to double check. I haven't been pushing it. Something I probably need to do, but you can only do so much.
Yep.
Manuel Lima says, what do you think of Strand? Start him over Chris Barnes in a 20-team IDP league. Woo! That's a little risky, but in a 20-teamer, I think the upside there is nice. Yeah. So I don't think Chris Barnes is going to take over his spot. And not like I'm saying Strand will, but I think that there's a better range of outcomes for Strand.
Agreed.
That's kind of how I picture it.
Going with Strand.
Old picture was my uncle, Daryl Drake, Pittsburgh wide receiver coach. He passed away, bro. Oh,
sorry to hear that.
Yeah, also quickly want to shout out Mike Tagliere and his family. He passed away from, I guess it was complications with COVID. That's fucking nuts, dude, and it fucking sucks. One of the nicest guys in the fantasy industry, one of the most hardworking, genuine, just real people. Always, he would do anything. I remember when Spaces came out, I listened to him in there a couple of times, asked him a few questions. He was always curious on expanding fantasy as far as he could, and making it as accessible as he could. one of the few people from the fantasy pros in the larger fantasy community writ large who ranked IDP players as well the last few years. I never got to talk to him about that, but I did see him in there, and he was a good dude, and it really fucking sucks. I don't know how else to say it. I can't even imagine, leaving a wife, kids behind, living the dream. But the outpouring of love that I've seen on the timeline for him, and I've Twitter, on YouTube, on Reddit, on Facebook. It's a testament to the person that he was.
Really is
more than anything.
Highest of the high people came.
Yeah. He was he was literally the best of the fantasy industry. So, he'll be missed, and like I said, love and prayers for the family. And they have a GoFundMe. You guys can go check those out. They're all over Twitter right now. Let's show some love to the family. So, Sony Michelle, Mike Williams, or Tyson Williams?
Mike Williams.
Yeah, going big Mike in that one.
Mm-hmm. Good matchup.
Trayvon Diggs, Carlton Davis. I'm going Trayvon Diggs here.
Yeah, Diggs.
He's had a pick each of the last 2 weeks, right?
Well, yes, he has.
And people have to throw on Dallas, and he's playing good football. He's not just flashing; like he's actually looking good. He held down Mike Evans too, week 1. So he's a good corner. He's got upside. And if he shadows somebody that gets the ball forced their way, he's going to be on them. So,
agreed.
And not to say that I don't like Carlton Davis, but he is coming.
I do like Carlton Davis, but
I don't like playing guys coming off of injuries 1 week later unless I absolutely have to, or unless they're super duper duper lock studs, because the chance of re-injury. I'm not a doctor, and I know injury prone is not a thing. Whatever. I'm not doing it. Okay, if I don't have to, and that's just how I feel. Justin Jefferson, 100% over Jamar Chase.
Jefferson.
Yeah, come on. Higgins is out. Are you playing Boyd? I have Boyd in a couple of leagues, and
with Higgins out, yes.
Yeah.
Who do you think he's going to feel better with, Chase or Boyd? Boyd.
I think he's going to be. I don't know.
You're so anti-Cincinnati. It's funny.
So far, all they've done is prove me right. Okay, they beat the Vikings week 1. That was an accident.
I'm not even saying anything. That was an accident.
All right, Do It 420 on YouTube says D-Flex, Byron Murphy or Chase Winovich. Ooh, this is a fun one. Murphy, we got playing for the Miami Dolphins, right? Or is he with Cowboys? Yeah, okay. I don't know where my brain's at. And then we got Chase Winovich. I would say Murphy because Chase Winovich can get pulled off the field. You know what I mean? And especially with Belichick getting all of his veterans that he likes back, Van Noy's back, all these guys that sat out last year, Hightower, etc. I don't think that Winovich is a lock to even play enough snaps to be fantasy relevant, statistically speaking. So I would go Murphy. All right, start the guys. We're gonna answer like 3-4 more questions. Then we're gonna get out of here because I know Billy's got shit to do.
I was about to say I actually have to go now.
Yeah, well, we'll finish this out real quick here, okay?
Okay,
if you don't mind sticking with me. So we got start 3 from Malone, Devondre Campbell, Patrick Queen, Bobby Wagner, C.J. Mosley, Chandler Jones. All right, so Bobby Wagner's a must. I know he's not going to do what he did last week because he's coming off of a career performance with 20 tackles, but you still want to play Bobby Wagner. You want to play Patrick Queen. And then, honestly, it's kind of a toss-up for me between Mosley and Campbell.
I'd probably go Campbell.
I lean Campbell, but Mosley is due to pop. He's due for a pop game. People that believe in the talent there. It's a toss-up, Malone. So I wash my hands of this situation. All right, Lou32 Lofton says, Deion Jones, Kenny Young, or Von Miller. Choose 2 to start at linebacker.
Miller Jones.
Agreed. All right, we got another question here real quick. Should I keep starting Jeremy Chan in the LB spot? I wouldn't do that. I've been starting him in my DB spot. That's kind of what you want to do anyway.
Definitely don't drop him.
I wouldn't drop him, but I actually might for Christian Kirksey or Olakun. You already have Logan Ryan, Derwin James at DB. But I wouldn't drop him because I would want him to back up those guys.
Yeah.
Fair?
Yeah, that's right.
Good luck. See y'all next week. All right, I think that's a good place to call it a day.
It is.
IDP Army, we appreciate you. This has been dope. Check us out this week. I'll be up with the waiver wire show, the ranking show. I'll get the fades into the ranking show next week. Offensive points. Make sure you subscribe to them. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Go to TikTok. Billy's been putting out some dope TikToks.
TikTok at IDP Army. Get in there. We're popping off.
Yep. And then we got some other cool stuff coming. We're just trucking along. So go to Patreon, join the IDP Army, get in our Discord, support us for real. We would appreciate it. And go kick some ass today, guys. So